July 27, 1976, Philadelphia. A decorated Air Force veteran named Ray Brennan checks into a hospital emergency room. He can barely breathe, high fever, severe pneumonia. He attended the American Legion convention at the Bellevue Stratford Hotel 4 days ago. Within 24 hours, Ray Brennan is dead. He's the first, but he won't be the last. Within 2 weeks, 221 people will be sick, 34 will die, and no one will know what's killing them. The American Legion's 58th annual convention. 4,000 veterans and their families packed into Philadelphia's most prestigious hotel, the Bellevue Stratford. 4 days of parades, parties, and speeches. Then everyone went home. Within days, attendees across Pennsylvania started getting sick. The cases weren't just in Philly, they were everywhere. Men who had been perfectly healthy days before were now on ventilators. August 1st, emergency rooms across the state see the same pattern. Middle-aged men, severe respiratory distress, high fever, pneumonia. Philadelphia Health Commissioner Dr. Robert Sherrar knew something was very wrong. By August 2nd, over 130 cases were reported. Deaths were climbing. The media descends. Headlines scream about the mysterious disease killing veterans. The public demands answers. The Bellevue Stratford becomes a house of death. Is it contagious? Is it airborne? Fear grips the city. Staff are terrified. The pressure was enormous. CDC investigator Dr. David Fraser said it could be a biological weapon or a new plague. They just didn't know. The CDC sends its elite epidemic intelligence service, disease detectives trained to track outbreaks. One mission: identify the killer before more die. They swarm the hotel, taking samples from everywhere. Carpets, furniture, food, water, air ducts. Every inch is scrutinized. They test for every known pathogen: influenza, pneumonic plague, Q fever, anthrax, toxic chemicals. Everything comes back negative. We were eliminating possibilities one by one, but we weren't finding answers. Meanwhile, the death toll kept rising. 15, 22, 29, 34 dead. Theories multiply: communist biological attack, swine flu, chemical warfare, mass poisoning. The American Legion demands answers. Families bury their dead. For months, the disease remains a mystery. The deaths stop, the outbreak burns out on its own. But the cause, still unknown. Until January 1977. January 1977, CDC microbiologist Joseph McDade is reviewing lung tissue samples one last time, and he sees something, a bacteria, one they'd missed. I almost didn't see it. It was there in the tissue, but it didn't grow the way we expected bacteria to grow. We'd been using the wrong techniques. Using specialized culture methods, McDade grows the bacteria. It's a completely unknown species, Legionella pneumophila, named after the victims. Now that they know what killed the Legionnaires, they can find where it came from. All roads lead back to the roof of the hotel. The hotel's air conditioning cooling towers, warm, stagnant water. Perfect breeding ground for Legionella, a giant incubator for a deadly bacteria. The cooling system aerosolized it into tiny droplets. The hotel's ventilation system delivered it directly to guests' lungs, breathed in by every guest. The Bellevue Stratford Hotel closed in November 1976, before the bacteria was even identified. It never recovered from the stigma. The damage was done. We now know Legionella is everywhere: hot tubs, fountains, showers. Anywhere water sits warm and stagnant. It's a major hidden threat. 8,000 to 18,000 hospitalizations per year in the U.S., a 10% mortality rate. Legionnaire's disease never went away. We just learned to recognize it. Recent outbreaks: Flint, Michigan water crisis, New York City cooling towers, Disneyland's cooling system. The bacteria still kills today. Because of Philadelphia, we now know to test for Legionella. We have treatments. Building codes require regular water system testing. Most survive if diagnosed quickly. The Philadelphia outbreak taught us that new diseases can emerge anywhere. Sometimes they're hiding in plain sight, in the very buildings meant to shelter us. The Bellevue Stratford still stands in downtown Philadelphia, reopened, renovated. Its water systems now meet modern safety standards, a silent history. A small plaque commemorates the 34 who died here in 1976, killed by bacteria they couldn't see, in a hotel they thought was safe. Their deaths changed everything. The bacteria is still out there, in water systems across the world, waiting to multiply, waiting to be breathed in. The perfect pneumonia, still invisible, still a threat. For more stories like these, visit us at unbedsidemanners.com.